Now, luckily, you still had one more big goal to accomplish, and that was to win the World Strongman. And before we get to there, I was wondering if we could find out why was that something that you ever wanted to do? When did that start? And were you always, 350 pounds?
So, again, one of my earliest memories is sitting around, it's always TV.
Isn't that amazing?
As with most people, I
Isn't that
think.
crazy how that can create,
Yeah.
world records and giants?
Yeah.
Just something on a television?
Yeah, it's nuts. So one of my earliest memories, again, is sitting around the TV with the whole family, mum, dad, brothers, nana, granddad, all sitting around the TV at Christmas watching The World's Strongest Man. And I remember watching athletes like, retakes of like Jeff Capes and Bill Kazmaier, Magnus Verd Magnusson and Magnus Samuelsson and John Paul Sigmarsson. And these guys were just, you're looking on TV, especially as a young kid, they're like superheroes. These are guys that are pulling planes, pulling trucks, they're bending bars, they're lifting atlas stones. And I was mesmerized by it. And you know what really sort of solidified in my head was how mesmerized my mum and dad were. And that's when I realized that this is something special. And I remember saying to my mum and dad, one year we were watching Strongman at Christmas, I said, I'll be on there one day. I'll be at World's Strongest Man. And they all burst out laughing.
How old were you?
6 years old.
6 years old.
At most, yeah. And, I suppose I laughed along with them, but I think subconsciously it hurt my feeling. It dug deep. I was like, I've said I'm going to do something, and I've been pushed back. I've been negative, been shunted with negative comments again. And it's just more coal.
Which helped you.
It did.
Because if in these days, everyone would have been really nice and politically correct and said, Eddie, you can be anything you want to be.
Yeah.
Which means maybe you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, which is what I'd probably say to my son now.
Right. And ruin his chance.
And probably ruin his chance. But yeah, I mean...
in a world where we're all super politically correct, right? And where people are asking, what is masculinity? You compete in something that is the ultimate display of masculinity. Do you think about that sometimes?
Yeah, it's...
Where everyone watches it, like you said, you saw your parents at 6 years old and they're fascinated by it. You can't fake that.
I think that's the beauty of Strongman is people, no matter what, you can do fighting, you can do all sorts of different fighting and all sorts of different sports. But I think at the end of the day, the human race wants to know who's the alpha. And the World's Strongest Man, in my eyes, and as a child, that decided that fact. Who is the alpha? Whoever won the World's Strongest Man was the alpha of the world. And that's why it mesmerized me in a way, is I want to be that guy. I want to be the alpha.
And you said every man wants to be the alpha, true.
They do.
Right? Whether they want to admit it or not.
Whether they do or not.
Most would say, no, that's not true.
If somebody said to me, I'm not bothered. I wouldn't want to be the alpha, a guy. I don't want to be the alpha male on the planet. Fuck off. You lying piece of shit. Everyone wants to be the alpha. It's their dream to be the alpha. Maybe when the people get older and, get comfortable with their lives, they're not arsed. But I think a young man, ambition, what do I do in my life? What would you want to be the World's Strongest Man? If they said no, they're lying. They are lying. No doubt about it.
Okay.
Everyone wants to be the World's Strongest Man.